And hello everybody, welcome back to Crown Falls, to Anno 1800, to RG. Finally the Great Eastern is afloat. Please do keep her. I've had quite enough of her and frankly Her Majesty has lost interest too. Don't be surprised to find Mr. Bargava aboard. He has, after all, a most positive impression of you and is rather keen to work with you again in the future. Is it that easy? Do we click on it and we do get a ship? Yes, there it is. We have the Great Eastern, the Covenant ship. We also get Rohit Bhargava, the naval architect, on it. So he opens up ship plans. He has the Great Eastern ship plan on board. So we do need to bring him to Crown Falls. He's also reducing the workforce and the maintenance cost for my steam shipyards by quite a bit, which is fine because we have a trade union right where we have our shipyards. Perfect. And we also get a tourist, a special tourist here, affects defense turrets by 300% self-defense. Naval power and force for expeditions though, so let's accept this one. And the Covenant, the Great Eastern, this gal is going now to Crown Falls. How could it be any different? Off you go. Fine ship, fine ship. There's also a modded version of this ship that looks even more colorful. So once we have the plans in the shipyard, I might build a few of them as well. Now, while that is on the way, we actually have, once again, so much to do. The first thing is the archaeological expedition. Let's have a look at that. This is some artifacts for the museum. And the discovery of several strange artifacts aboard spooks the crew. So, let's just try. Someone made a trick of the other crew members with some artifacts. So, let's ask the crew who did this. And your crew are beginning to bond. Someone comes forward, not having expected to cause such a bother. Therefore, me, old mom, he sighs birds. Okay, that was just a little mistake there from one of them. Let's get going. And the pirate hunt, we also have pirate hunts. We had Jolly Roger on another hunt there at some point. Robbed, having thanked the generous innkeeper, your ship departed what seemed a most hospitable port. Even at the time, your crew were surprised to see so many smiling faces gather at the dock to wave you off. Yeah, return and plunder the harbor. This is what we do. It's a pirate mission after all. We get some reward. That is in the case of more morale. And swift justice, the petty harbor defense crumble, and we take back what is ours. Let's continue. Righty, back in Heavenly Gate, let's continue building our little village that we have there of farmers. Because don't forget, we want to get rid of as many farmers as possible in Crown Falls. Oh, and another lottery ticket. The Townhall monument has its next step completed. We'll just see what's the outcome of it. And let's just have another block of houses here and here. Fine, fine, fine. And upgrade all of them. There you are. Very good. More fish we need and more, well, schnapps at some point. Let's have a look at the town hall. Please, please look towards the right direction. Yes! Very good. We have managed to have the town hall in the right direction. So the tower is now looking towards the main area then. The only thing what's missing now is starting the next phase. We do actually need some caoutchouc for that we don't have at the moment. So caoutchouc will be our next stuff that we need to do. Now, the Great Eastern, that was quick, has arrived already. It's actually rumbling this one here away. So this one has been pushed towards the island there. How rude. The Covenant. Let's get this one now into the harbor area. That's that. And while those are on the way, let's just check the shares. Yes, 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 yes. We can take another share, preferably from Miss Hunt. Thank you very much. Off you go. There we got another thing rolling. Let's get back to the new world. And I know there's the Arctic as well, but there is so much stuff that we need to fix right now. Is the pelts, or the felts actually. We have them now. Let's just check how much we produce for them. So 4. And we do also produce some bombments now, right? Yes, we are. Let's upgrade this warehouse there. As we can see, we do have 2,500 obreros right now, thanks to having the bombments here now too, right? So this, of course, is boosting their capacity in the houses there. They also need some sewing machines. Let's just check this real quick, because I think we have enough of them anyway. And yes, we're capped. So let's just take one of my traders that is going from Playa del Carmen, and it should be, nope, not the coffee anymore. What is it that we actually sent from Playa del Carmen? Wait a second, do we actually send anything from Playa del Carmen? I don't think so. I think that island has nothing to offer except the workforce. Yep, right. There's no need for any trade route. I don't think we have that. Oh, wait a second. Gold. We have the gold trade route. There it is. Gold. And we can actually, take 100 sewing machines from Crown Falls and deliver that to Playa del Carmen. So there we have it again. And that's going to be a lot of obreros that are going to, you know, profit from this. Let's also upgrade a few more. They seem to be quite happy. We can do this. And why do we need it? Well, for Rio Grande. In Rio Grande, we actually have a couple of people now. Quite a lot of them. Let's connect this town here with Commute Pier. There we have it, only costing us 2,500 on maintenance cost. Yes, 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 it is expensive, but it is what it is. Let's build it. There we have it, and we now have the shared workforce because we're going to need the obreros here, because in Rio de Grande, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to have the cigar production here now soon. This is something we still need to do. We also need it not only for the happiness of my people, but also for the exhibitions, right? It's one of the most sought after goods that you can have. And thus we do need them. And speaking of exhibitions, we just completed one. Let's jump real quick to Crown Falls. Up here in this beautiful one, there we have the archaeological exhibition at this moment. And do you know actually something? You can walk into these.
Ship under attack.
We can walk up the steps here. Bum, 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 bum. Have a beautiful view over our city. And we can actually go into the exhibition there as well, where there are a lot of people at the moment cheering to this artifact here that is being housed in the middle of it. Just absolutely fantastic, isn't it? I think so. Let's get outside of the building and reap the rewards. Level 4 rewards after all, even though we weren't able to deliver these cigars.
Ship under attack.
Should still be fine. In 9 minutes we can do this. Alrighty, also what will happen now is the next expedition quest. So of Unsound Mind, the man spasms, eyes rolling before finally falling unconscious. Give him, guard him around the clock, so he seems to be possessed by demons. We are using force on this one, and there was little for the guards to report, bar occasionally quelling the mad dog with liquor. And that's it. After a night in bed, he returns to his duties. Nothing we need to, you know, put into action here. Now, let's get back to the Arctic finally. I know we have been waiting on far too long stuff here. We still have the problem that we at the moment cannot continue here in the Arctic. That is because of the brass. Do we have a trade route now that delivers the brass to the Arctic? We have this massive trade route here that delivers quite a lot of goods, and we have the smaller one here with the coal, and the greedy gannet is going to be accompanied now by Lord and Lady 2, and they're going to take brass now with them, right? We should actually have some brass now. Yes, we have. Very good, because we actually don't need that much of it, and we have a high production. And instead of the coal there, let's actually also make another brass. We need a lot here, and let's just do it like that. We have another trade route anyway, right? Because we, at the moment, have 2 trade routes going to Skuld. One with building materials only, and one with the brass now. And there is the ship.
Apathy is the carbuncle of society.
And the request I'm not going to do, it's not God and Masters. So I don't care about that. And yeah, the Arctic flu. It's always coming back at us. For the main quest here, the Ice Brigade, well, we do need oil lamps. So I will need to wait now for the brass to come in, and then we can finally continue. I have the whale here. For that, we have a warehouse up there, and we have, some heating. So I can have, let's have 2 more of these whaling stations here too, right? So they can deliver it then to the warehouse up there. We might actually have a warehouse here then, but I will need the space there for additional houses here, and here for additional whale stations. We can still have quite a few of them. Very good. What we can do in the Arctic though in the meantime is in King William Island we also can start up our own little new village. In that case here, what we need first is once again the explorers. I don't think we can have a commute pier at this point. I know there is one though with the mods. So for now we have to go like that. I'm going to have a street all the way up here. Actually with King William Island it's pretty cool because I have a lot of space around that mountain here. So it's a really good production island that you can have, right? And up here on this side, what we can do Let's have a warehouse here. We have the timber, but I still need it. I still need the coal production here. There we have it. Charcoal kiln. And another one here. So one of them can support 2 heaters. We should not forget that. Here, what we can have now is the heater, once again. Let's have some explorers there. And I think that's it already. Yep, there we do need to place the heater.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Let's build this one first, so we can see how far it goes. Those guys. Those guys. There is still something we can do. And there we can have the canteen, which also needs some heating. And of course, we also should not forget about the Arctic Ranger. Let's have this one far up here on that side. And we still need a bit of workforce. Very good. And thus we have our second camp now in the Arctic. They seem to be quite happy here. Oh, yeah. Those guys here, they lack the heating. No, because there is no road connection. Right. Let's have the canteen up here. We still need the Ranger. That is something we can still have far up here though, because, yeah, it has a huge range. And that's it for now. Righto, the next camp is being constructed. I might just send some bricks over there, or we just build a lumberjack hut. How many explorers do we have? 53 at the moment.
New orders.
We do have the mulled shrimp and brilliant. Oh, we can't even unload all of it. Interesting. But I do need to get some coal there and some bricks to King William Island anyway, so let's just get over there. Real quick, deliver that. So there is the second shelter now. Now, next up, the exhibition is ready. Let's reap the rewards of a sumptuous archaeological exhibition. Oh, a legendary ring. Lang Nibble Ring. I don't think that I've ever seen it. Northern Sagas, plus 50 attractiveness. We do get the Song of Ilion, 40 attractiveness. And the Shroud of the Great King, and 40 attractiveness. This was quite fun. Let's just have a look. We can use them here right away. Let's use the Shroud. It's another building, unfortunately. She's amazed by my museum. Oh, she's talking with me. There's the ring. 40 attractiveness, and this one will actually push us to from quaint metropolis to curious metropolis. Right, and thus the museum takes appearance. Can we change them? No, we can't do that, unfortunately. Right, so this is just how it looks. Perfect. We can do the same thing with the Sudan and the Botanical Gardens, of course, with exhibitions. Right, I should not have too many exhibitions at once, because they also deplete my resources there quite often. The Townhall is coming along splendidly, so we actually do have a bit of time now to focus on the Arctic. There's also my first brass coming out, or getting out here. And speaking of brass, the zinc. Yes, the last share. So now we need to wait 10 minutes, and then we finally can take this island. Righto, expedition. At the end of a rope, a perilous plunge. Your expedition is walking along a narrow ridge in the rainforest interior, and only an elastic tangle of vines sparing them to the drop. Right, so over the bridge. The problem now is that they're suspended above a ravine. Shut down, slash with your saber, or call down, unpick the knot. Let's unpick the knot. And it turns out to be an enjoyable puzzle. Oh yeah, in the face of death, we have an enjoyable puzzle, and the knot is examined in tense silence until the light of revelation falls across their faces. Attack here, a loosening there, and then, voila, a slipknot forms that allows a breezy upsail to the foot of the gorge. And thus we haven't lost anyone. Rather easy. And the archaeological one as well. Let's just squeeze this one in. Lost in the desert. The map of these endless dunes is a swindle. The first officer turns to berate the guide from whom they were purchased, but the fellow is already gone, as if the sands had swallowed him up. And navigate by the stars. And clear desert nights are perfect for astronomers. Successful, and we can also continue here. Probably coming back home? No. Quite the long expeditions here that we have at the moment. One thing though that we can do now, and that oh yeah, the Great Eastern. It has arrived. Let's unload the item. And can we build it now? Still the tourism ship. There we have our trade union. Oh no, actually we need it for the harbor master office. So let's just build the harbor master. No idea where that is. AI shipyard, there it was. We can do this now too. There's the harbor master. Let's have it out here. And there it is, equipped, and ship plans for the Great Eastern have been unlocked now. Let's just see. Down here it is, the Great Eastern. Let's build it. Our second one that's going to be. And the last ship that we have unlocked, by the way. So this is all the ships now that you can build, even with all the mods. So we have now as the new big ships then here, the battleship and the Great Eastern as our big trading ship, right? With 8 cargo slots on board. Really, really nice. And having a fleet of those 2 ships might just be the funniest thing ever. Another thing that we can fix here right away is down here in Crown Falls, we still have these patches of green. Yeah, let's have some houses here, right? So we can still, of course, squeeze in some houses here in this area there. Also, here perhaps, this actually can be such a block here. We might actually take it as a whole. And yep, fitting in perfectly, as we can see. And as we can see, the artisans become farmers. I love that feature, so it's so easy to make it. And there we have then another road. Here we're just going to have some green then. And here we can still... Should we have some houses here? Probably down here perhaps. Some more farmers. We might actually also need... I guess we are going to need a marketplace or something like that. Something similar. And yeah, let's also just have the paved roads here. Along the tracks. The same thing here.
A free people with
and I think the expedition returned. I need to check this one too.
Well, these ships.
And who is that unhappy? The engineers are quite unhappy at the moment. Pirate hunt. What do we get out of it? After weeks and trials and tribulations, the expedition comes home safely. The grape shot cast mortar. We can use this on military ships. This is pretty cool. So this is boosting the damage of the ships by clicking on it. And here we have for the steamships, the movement speed is increased by plus 15%. That is also amazing, especially if it's stackable. So if you have 3 of them on a ship, it's going up like a rocket. And there we also have the Royal Letter of Marque. Allows the ship to attack without need of state of war. Sounds good too. Let's unload all the stuff that we got from this expedition and bring this ship back to my warships. Meanwhile, 5 more minutes. I would really like to take this one to get more zinc into. How much zinc do we have now anyway? It's always something to check. And yep, it's going down now. Thanks to having so much brass. Brass-wise, we should be fine though. Still, yep, we have the brass. Because of course we're getting a lot of that to the Arctic as well. In Heavenly Gate, continuing building some more farmer populations up. Heavenly Gate not only has a beautiful name, but since it's such a beautiful island, we might also just make a beautiful village here, right? The farmer village. In Kareth, I kind of ignored it, but here in the Heavenly Gate, we could make a farmer worker paradise with all of that coming together. We even have the potato here, so having some schnapps production of our own works too. And since we have so much farmer workforce now, and I also have more farmers coming up down here, and since I do have a lot of timber, let's just upgrade more farmers, right? There is a whole block of farmers here that we can upgrade. Boom. That was a lot. That was a lot. Over 1,000 farmers that we upgraded here. I might also just upgrade those guys here, right? Of course, we do lack a few farmers now, but you know, we're building them everywhere already. And since it's all connected, we should get it up there rather quickly. There we have them. Right, and as we can see, it's almost positive again. So no worries when it comes to those farmers. And those guys here. Very good. In the Little Manhattan Island, or on the Little Manhattan Island, we can upgrade all the workers as well. Since we have enough workers there, I might just make the fun out of it and just do it, right? So all of them to artisans. We have the steel beams for that. Boom. That is a lot of fun. Very good. Also those guys here. And thus we have also upgraded this island here now, just where we have then the industry. Looking fantastic, really. And also another expedition has returned. Let's just check this one real quick. What do we get out of it? Oh, yep. For the museum there once again. Jade Pearl. Oh, 2 epic items. The Santillana cave painting. And I'm pretty sure that all of these artifacts exist in real life too. And the diamond. A diamond. That is. And that is the musk ox that was on this expedition quite successfully. So, let's use those items there. In the museum. Let's boost our attraction even further. Oh, and we're pretty low there on the influence again. There we have the cave paintings.
I have everything to learn from your remarkable
Beautiful.
collections.
And diamonds. I think the diamonds are in a building though. And also here the jade pearl, right? Another 30 attraction that we get. And we are always almost through the next level there, the curious town. So that we have finished. This one here is still missing though. For the museum. Beautiful. Coming all together.